Hi angels, welcome back to another resin video. So in this video we're going to be making a color changing Alice in the Wonderland resin clutch purse. I don't know why that was so hard to say, but I already mixed up my resin off camera. I put some blue color changing pigment in one cup, and in the other cup you can see that I have some yellow color changing pigments. So I'm just pouring everything down because I already mixed it up. I know it's not mixed up properly because you can still see like chunk of pieces of the pigments that are still in there, but I had to mix these up quickly because the resin was going to start hardening. Those look more gray than blue, but as soon as they hit the sun, it's supposed to turn blue. So I didn't like the way how it turned out, so I mixed up some light blue, and I'm just going to be pouring down a little bit of that in there, and we're just gonna let this sit and cure overnight for a full 24 long and beautiful hours. But actually 48 hours. I just let this sit very much longer because I wanted for when I remove it from the mold that it would not be bendy, so I just let it sit in there for a while. And that's it. So it's been a few days. Everything can pop out of the mold. I know I didn't say this, but I already made the shaker part of the mold for a different video in part 1, so you can check out part 1 if you want to see how I made that. This is just the bottom part. This is the frame. Everything in this video is from Amazon except for like the foil sheet I got from Etsy's. But I'm just putting it together just to see how it's going to be looking and to see where I want to place the shaker part on there. It doesn't really matter. It looks the exact same. But yeah, I wanted to try something different for this one. Usually when I'm making a shaker mold, I always add some glitter and that's just be it, and I just call it a day. But then I was like, what would some pigment look like in there? I decided to add some pigment. This is a perfect amount. Just stop right there. Don't be doing this. 3, 4 scoops. Are you insane? What was I thinking? 5. My hand is so heavy. 6. This is just way too much. Just 7. Too much. Wasting all this pigment. That is ridiculous. All you need is one little scoop. That's it. One little tiny scoop. Oh my god. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some UV resin around the frame of the shaker part of the mold. Place it down on there. Press down on there a little bit. And then going over it with my UV light so that it can be cured. Just let it sit and let it cured. And that's it. No, that's not it, but you get it. Make sure you go all the way around it to make sure it's fully cured. It's not going to be leaking out or anything. I should have sped up this part, but you guys get the idea. And making sure that the top, the bottoms, all the sides are cured. And after I finish that, I'm going to go over the edges one more time just to make sure that it's fully sealed in. That is not possible for nothing to leak out. So I'm just going over the sides again. Going all the way around the edge. And we're going to be repeating the same step. We're going to put the UV light on there again for it to be fully cured, to make sure it's cured properly. It really doesn't take that long. You just check with your hands or whatever to make sure that it's hard. Your fingerprints is not on there, that it's not sticky. That's how you know that the UV resin is cured and that everything is good. All is well. Okay, now since all the sides are cured and everything's good, now it's time for the fun part. So in this bottle, I added a little bit of some baby oil in there. I already drilled a little tiny hole on top of the shaker part of the bag, so you can just put the bottle in there. The bottle has a little tiny needle up top, so it fits in there perfectly. And all you're doing is just squeezing the baby oil in there, moving it around side to side. You're gonna be filling it all the way up to the top. Just squeeze it. Here's a bed on top of it. You can't really see it that well, but we're halfway to the top. Fill it up as best as you possibly can. You don't really want a lot of bubbles, but you do want one little big bubble so that everything can be moving around there. And since I did add some glitter and some pigments, I wanted to make sure that everything was looking good. There's some bubbles up top. I'm trying to get, I only want bubbles in one part of the ear, so that's why I'm just moving it around to see if I can get the other bubble to just slide on over. But that was not working out in the best of my abilities. So I was like, okay, I guess that's it. I wipe off the top part, just in case if a little bit of the baby oil was on top of there. I'm going to cover up the hole that we drilled with a little bit of some UV resin. And I'm just going to cure it with my UV light. And that's it. These are so quick and easy to make. It is ridiculous. I'm eating my ice cream. But you're just checking it to see if it's looking good. I went over it again because I thought that it was leaking. All is well. It should be cured by now. So you can see that's how it's looking. It looks pretty good. Now I'm just flipping it over to see how it's going to be looking. Shaking it. So the pigment and glitter can all be moving around. And this honestly looks so pretty. I know you guys can't see it, but the pigments is kind of like giving it this shimmer effect, which I think is so cute. Going over there with more UV resin. I wonder why. I guess I saw something that wasn't looking right, so I wanted to make sure it was good. Curing it. Checking it again to make sure that it's looking good. And it is. And this is how it turned out. So tomorrow I'm going to show you guys how it looks in the sun. It's not really that big of a difference, but yeah. All it is just going to turn blue. That's it. Blue. But it's just so pretty. You can see the foil sheet a little bit more better. And I love the side of the purse. It looks like if it's just dripping. That is such a cool effect. Okay, it's time now for the big reveal. This is how it looks on the inside. In the inside without the sun. Now this is how it looks outside in the sunlight. You can see it slowly changing. It's just giving it like a darker blue effect, and that's it. It's not really that big of a difference, but it does look pretty cool. It should have been like dark blue. That would have been so cool. And you can see the pigments just moving around. So it's like moving around wavy. It's hard to explain it, but it looks so cool. I'm glad that I tried out this little method just to see how it would be looking. Just to try something new. It looks nice, I guess. Shake it. Here's a close-up of how it's looking. It's not really moving around a lot. You can see when it's moving. It's so cool. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Since the sun is gone, it now turned back to its original color.